Good evening and welcome to tonight's semi-final playoff game between the number 4 ranked Austin Hawks and the number 1 team in the nation, your South Louisiana Saints. Let's go, man. Should be a great episode. First playoff appearance in this series, man. And if you're excited for it, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe if you happen to be brand new as well. As we'll go ahead and get things underway as the Austin Hawks are going to go ahead and receive the ball first to begin this game. I don't know, man. It's a bold strategy kind of giving us the ball that second half, but that's what Austin wants to do. And we will go ahead and find out if Texas is truly back or not. As it will end up being a first down, 1st and 10. Volston dropping back left-hand side, but it's intercepted by Andre Roel. He takes it down the sideline, 33 in the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. And how about that, man? Getting it underway and getting it started right, man. 7-0 lead for us, and we didn't even have the ball on offense yet. That's the beautiful part about it. We'll see what Austin can do to recover from that disastrous blunder, as it will be a 2nd and 3 coming up. Volston dropping back to pass again. He's looking, gonna throw it downfield. He's got a man, but it will end up being deflected away though, so we will get him to a 3rd down. First possession ended in an INT. We'll see if we can get him off the field. Here's Anderson looking over the middle. Gerald Perry will go ahead and make the tackle for us. But that being said, though, that will lead to a 2nd and long as Volston will drop back again. It's a slant pattern originally. Volston good trying to get away and does get by James DeWitt. Andre Roel making the tackle. As for the first time today, these Austin Hawks are in South Louisiana territory. As Volston looking to throw again, but this time it is going to go ahead and be deflected away. And what a surprise, Andre Roel, early in this ball game, man, just chilling all over the field. Is now Volston forced to throw on a 3rd and long, dropping back, not facing much pressure though. We're gonna throw it short though. Anderson does come back and make the catch, but is well short of that first down marker. And so it's our time to shine. 1st and 10. Got to go to that bread and butter, man. Going to Matt Looney, who fumbles the football. And oh my goodness, I'm just glad that we got the ball back. That could have been disaster for us as well. But 2nd and 14, though, not where we want to be. So we'll pass with Damian Armstrong. And hey, he completes his first pass of the day. Gets it out to Willie Robertson and gets to around the 40-yard line as well. That was good for a gain of 30. But back to that run game, though, as Matt Looney will get his first actual carry of the day, and then does go for a gain of 9. Look for Matt Looney to get that ball once again on a 2nd and short. Toss over to right-hand side. Looney, Austin doing a great job of containing the edge early, making sure that we don't end up getting to the outside. But we'll still go with that running attack because that's what got us here in the first place. Anderson looking to run downfield. One man to beat. Does get by him briefly, but will end up being tackled from behind, though. As now, 2nd and 6 coming. Looking to set up a little play action. Anderson looking to the tight end, Nate Ross. But Nate Ross drops the pass, though. You cannot be serious. That would have been for a massive gain. And now, 3rd and 6. Got to pick up the chains here. Anderson dealing with some pressure. Looking to the right-hand side. Throws on the run and finds Jake Michaels. Even through the pass interference. And it sets up a 1st down for us. It's now 1st and 10. Looney looking to go on the outside. Looking to get into the end zone. But will be brought down just a couple yards shy of the end zone marker. We'll see if we can punch it in, though, as we'll hand it off to George Niang, the senior, who gets the first offensive touchdown of the game. South Louisiana, they came to play here today, man. We're up 14-0, and you'll absolutely love to see just the kind of start that we got going on here, man. 14-0 affair. Is now Anderson gonna go ahead, run it up the right-hand side. Gonna go for a gain of 6 on the play. Is now 2nd and 4 coming up here. Volston looking to run it around. 6-yard gain over the middle, and Bowles does end up picking up the first down. Is now 2nd and 10. Volston dropping back once more. Gonna go ahead. Trying to look deep downfield. Gonna get it out to the left-hand side to Robinson. He's got some room to work with. And will end up falling out of bounds, as that does end up wrapping up this first quarter of play. And hey, if we came to play in this first quarter, man, we're up 14-0. Let's see if we can keep that energy throughout the game. So let's go, baby. 2nd and long coming up here, coming out of the quarter break. As Volston looking over the middle. He had his man wide but naked open, but just cannot go about making the play for his quarterback. Is now 3rd and 8. Volston dropping back and gets lit up like a Christmas tree. That was Lonnie Connor that got in there for the sack. And it will force Austin to punt this football back over to us, as we will end up taking over, but they pin us deep inside the 15-yard line. So we do have a long field that we need to work before we can even start thinking about putting some points on the board. As we'll throw here a couple plays later. Anderson looking over the right-hand side, gets it out to Willie Robertson, who does end up going ahead and making the catch for us. It gets us to about the 40-yard line. Is now 2nd and 6 coming here. Anderson looking for the deep bomb. Going to actually throw it over the middle. Got a man. It finds Willie Robertson. How about the throw by that quarterback on a rope? And then Willie Robertson does the rest and runs away from everybody. Oh my goodness. And South Louisiana going ahead and taking a 21-0 lead here. So a commanding performance for our guys so far. But the big question is, I'm really trying to send a statement. I know the goal is just to win a game, but if we can make a statement too in the process, that would mean so much for our program. And we're in a spot to do just that, man. 3rd and short coming up here. Let's see if we can get this job done. 3rd and 2. Volston with a 5-wide set to deal with. Gonna go ahead, take the snap for shotgun. Dropping back. It's a 5-wide set. He's got a man downfield. Runs away from the defense. And nobody around him. Just a huge error on our part. Just did not get guys deep enough there. And it leads to the first touchdown for Austin. So that does mean that the shutout is gone. They get the goose egg off the board, but they still got to figure out the way to stop our defense. They have not done necessarily a great job of holding it down for us, especially with Matt Looney doing what he's doing right now. He's been absolutely electric so far. It's now 1st and 10. Anderson gonna get it out on the toss play to Looney. Looney gonna go ahead, pick up a gain of 7 there, as it does lead to another 2nd and 3 coming up here, as Anderson will hand it off to Matt Looney. He's finding some space to work with, able to bounce away from some guys though, and it ends up being yet another first down. As now 1st and 10 coming for South Louisiana. Anderson moving on the perimeter, looking for some space on the outside. Does end up getting caught from behind, but another big gain that almost does manage to get us into the red zone. This carry by Matt Looney will take care of that. And we are inside the 15-yard line now. 1st and 10 coming for the Saints. Is now Anderson gonna go ahead. Another toss play out to Looney. Looney's got some space to work with and finds the end zone again. Touchdown, Saints. What a run by Matt Looney there with 2:24 left to play in the half. And we immediately respond with another touchdown of our own after the Austin Hawks finally get themselves on the board and kind of just forcing them in a spot where they're kind of forced to pass this football. Granted, Volston does have the ability to run with it if it is one of those situations where they don't really put a man on somebody. Not like they're going to completely abandon that running game whatsoever, but That being said, I wouldn't be shocked if they did, as it looks like Austin will start using their timeouts there. Still have a couple to work with, as they'll try to throw on 2nd and 8. Trying to get out the left side, finds Whitson, gets away from some defenders, and almost managed to completely broke that for a huge gain downfield, as Austin will end up going ahead and taking their final timeout. As now, 1st and 10 from our side of the field. Volson dropping back over the middle, has his receiver, but just put too much heat on that ball, though, unfortunately, and it will result in an incompletion. As now, 2nd and 10, going to be Anderson running up the middle, finds some space to work with, and it does go for a gain of 7. So another 3rd and short coming up here. We'll see what they want to do with this. Looks like a 4-wide set to try to go ahead and spread us out a little bit here, as Volson will actually run it on a quarterback power and ends up picking yet another 1st down. So Austin showing some good fight here. Volson looking over the middle, trying to get it on the curls, but those curls are not for the girls, and it goes for an incompletion. As now, 2nd and 10, Volson in the shotgun, 4-wide set again. Volson dropping back, looking deep downfield, and it's intercepted by the custom recruit, Ormus Rigel. It's going to take us into the across the 20-yard line, baby. So 30 seconds left to play here in this first half. We'll see if we can get ourselves downfield here before the end of the half. As Anderson dealing with some pressure, looking for somebody to get open. A very ill-advised throw will end up being picked off, and I know that Austin will somehow find a way to not score points after that, but not a wise decision by us. But we still are looking really good, though. We're up 28-7 at half. Let's see if we can put the final nail in the coffin here in this second half. We're coming back shortly with 3rd quarter action. So let's go ahead and get this second half now officially underway. As like I said, man, it was a bold statement for them to go ahead and work with the good old-fashioned getting the ball first to start this first half. So now we get the ball to start the second half, and oh baby, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him, Tucker. Oh my goodness, look at that huge score to start the second half. Tyler Tucker making some guys look silly, and that's how the first score of that second half is gonna be, baby. So now a 35-7 affair. We're blowing these guys out right now. It's looking like the actual college football playoff games most of the time, at least the semifinal games. As now we still go ahead and see Austin's first possession of the second half. Gonna be a hard time to top what we just ended up accomplishing right there. Is now 3rd and 6 coming up. Volson gonna be making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Gonna go get ready and get that going. Volson dropping back, looking around, gonna make some plays happen, and Volson is gonna scramble, and he's gonna pick up quite a few yards downfield. Make some guys miss in the process, looking a little shifty out there in the open field, and it will be good for a 1st down. As now Volson looking to run again on 1st and 10. This time a designed quarterback sweep to the left-hand side. It goes for a gain of 5, as we will get him to another 3rd and short. Volson looking for some running room. Powell getting the ball loose, and look who's there to recover it. Gerald Perry making a play for us on the football. So we go ahead and get this ball back here. 1st and 10, taking over, and Matt Looney. Oh my, Matt Looney. Oh my, Matt Looney. Oh, he's gonna be gone like a girl in a country song. Touchdown, Saints! And South Louisiana gets that lead even bigger. It is now 42-7, man. So looking fantastic here, as we got a 35-point lead here in the second half. Really putting ourselves in a spot to just blow the doors off of Austin, man. If we can do that, that would certainly be something else. And it's looking good to do just that as they try to throw again, and yet another incompletion. We will go ahead and put them into a 3rd and long, going man-to-man across the board, playing some, make sure we got some spies in there. making sure nobody gets open. Make sure we get this free and out once again. Although they got a man deep downfield, it's Gordon. How is that even possible? We got man to man. How is somebody that wide, butt naked open? Do we run into each other? I don't know if that's what happened, but Austin's gonna get that number touchdown, their second touchdown of this game, man. So a 77-yard score for Kerry Gordon, as it looks like they actually are going to go ahead and go for the 2-point conversion, and Volson actually going to get it. They do end up picking up the 2-point conversion, so it's 42-17, or 42-15 now, I should say. Not 42-17. They haven't been that explosive on the offensive side of the ball, but they do the unthinkable. They go ahead and kick it back off to Tyler Tucker. Oh, after we just did what they did to them, now it's a foot race. And look at this. This is why you don't kick directly to Tyler Tucker. What are y'all thinking? And it ends up being yet another touchdown for us on the board. So 3 scores, 2 of them belong to Tyler Tucker in that special teams game. And now 49-15 game here, as Volson will end up running up the gut here. Still surprised that they're not completely abandoning the run game. Got to give them props for that. But I mean, you're down by 34 points right now. I mean, if you don't get any points on this drive, like you might be barbecue chicken even with the score, but if you don't score on this drive, man, it's all over for you, as they do end up going ahead and picking up a huge first down downfield, getting a little bit lackadaisical with the huge lead that we got going on, as Volson looking to the left-hand side, but Banks cannot turn forward soon enough for the first down. So 49-15 game, they hand the football back over to us, and specifically back over to Matt Looney, who we already know Matt Looney is a dangerous man. Picks up a good chunk of yardage downfield. Gives us a little bit more breathing room to work with here as we go ahead and try and pass on 2nd and 6. We do end up finding the tight end, Nate Ross, who does manage to get across that 45-yard line. Is now 1st and 10 coming. Anderson in the shotgun is actually going to go ahead. QB sweep it over to the right-hand side. Anderson making 4 guys miss. Can it be a 5th? He does! Damian Anderson down the sideline, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Saints, man. And Damian Anderson solidifying what was already known. We end up pulling away, getting a huge win in the semifinals. We beat the number 4 team in the nation 70-23, and doing it with our offense, our defense, special team, all 3 units get the touchdown. At least 1 touchdown per se. There was a ton of touchdowns out there for all of us. But that being said, though, the only thing that's left to be said is, who are we going to face in the national championship game? Are we going to see the Detroit Majesty, or are we going to see the Eugene Summit? We'll have to go ahead, get out of here real quick, and then we will go ahead and find out who we face in a national championship with this great win of ours. So while we did obviously go ahead and make sure that we went about taking care of business, we do find out what happened in the other college football playoff game. We do see the Detroit Majesty defeat the Eugene Summit by a score of 10-3. So that does mean in that national championship game, we will be taking on the Detroit Majesty, who are also undefeated on the season. They are now 14-0, and so are we. So with that being said, it's going to be a really good one in the next episode. I hope you're excited for it. And if you are, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you have to be brand new to the channel as well. This is John J. Gaming on the mic, signing off. Hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.